So it's starting, and we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to TotallyAFan Live. This is the show where I go over news in movies, video games, comic books, TV shows.
That's the great thing about doing it live.
That's a great thing.
Mess up your lines,
but yeah. And what's funny is I always mess up too. Like I haven't nailed that down yet. After like 2 seasons, I'm getting there, man. And
we do video games, comics, and
usually what happens is I'll say we're doing video game comics,
comic books,
or video game shows or something like that. It's usually a mess up. All right, guys. So right now we're doing live, and I do apologize. We're running a bit late, or actually I was, a little bit of my fault. But yes, as you can see.
Surge.
Oh,
so good.
We did a quick little recording of our taste testing. I'll post that up later today, possibly tomorrow, and then this show, as soon as we're done recording, will obviously get put on YouTube automatically. So I have to remember to make the little, what do you call it, the little thumbnail for this video. All right, Jess. So since we are live, this is your first time doing live. I did it last time with Serena. I had tons of fun.
Tons of fun?
Yeah, tons of fun. Cool. Are there any particular thoughts or anything that you have on how today's show's going to be?
I'm just thinking about Surge.
Surge, man. It's
That's
delicious.
the only thing on my brain right now.
Yeah, it is.
I've been waiting 11 years to get some damn Surge.
I mean, look at this color. Like, this is the thing.
It's like lima.
Yeah.
It's like Kool-Aid.
It is delicious. Alrighty. So, we'll get started on today's news.
We're just waiting while you take a big sip.
Yeah, it's delicious. I love it. Alrighty, guys. So, first on today's news, Robert Downey Jr. is supposedly he's going to be in the new Captain America movie, and it looks like that they're going to try to go towards the Civil War storyline. Now, Civil War is from the comic world, and basically what happens is there's a registration act where anyone with mutant powers has to register, and Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr., is totally in favor for this registration act. I forget what the actual name of it is.
I think it's literally Superhero Registration Act.
Something like that, yeah. I know.
There's no fancy name for it. It's just superhero.
He and a couple other heroes, even some mutant ones, are totally down for it. But Captain America leads the team who's not down for it. You know, secret identities and everything gets played into why certain people choose to go certain ways. But that story arc is probably one of the best that Marvel has. I know they have tons of story arcs, but that one's a really good one. I know it's a very popular one as well. Now, we've been covering Captain 3 as well as some other Marvel projects as well, and they have tons of stuff getting ready to come in. We know Hawkeye's going to get a bigger role with Avengers 2 getting ready to come out. You know, who characters from there are going to be on here. But for the Civil War, we do know that also War Machine, the Falcon, Black Widow, I believe, is going to be making an appearance as well. And also with the rumors of Spider-Man now going to be joining the Avengers, I doubt it, but is he going to play a role as well? That kind of comes into question. So a lot of other things are going down. Now, if you guys have more questions about the Civil War or the rest of this news, definitely let us know. But I'm thinking about going monetized, so I want to make sure that I announce our credits. And I got this news from Variety.com. So, thanks to them for the news. Again, like we said last time, we don't have any insiders, so we don't have our guys to be like, oh, yeah, sources indicates this is going down.
My dad works for Nintendo, so.
Right. So, personally, I'm excited. Actually, I'm kind of on the fence because of Robert Downey Jr. He kind of hinted at Iron Man 4, but then it's like, no, it's not going to happen.
He only talked about that so we talk about his new movie. It was the perfect marketing play. He went to all these talk shows. Some talk shows he say, no, Iron Man 4. Some talk shows he say, yeah, Iron Man 4, maybe. Mm-hmm. He only did that so we talk about his new movie, which is pretty sneaky. Mm-hmm. But this is what he was talking about. I believe this is a new contract, meaning this isn't his last remaining film.
Right. This is like
Avengers 3.
It's like an addendum to the contract. It's adding more. Yeah.
A lot of people thought maybe, well, he's not in Avengers 3 because this is his last film under contract. No, it's an addition.
And part of why he's doing this is for monetary reasons. We know that for Iron Man 2, he asked for a bigger payroll or a bigger paycheck, and that's why they didn't bring back Terrence Howard for War Machine. and that's kind of why they may no longer want to go with Robert Downey for future movies, because he wants more money. Granted, he's a really awesome Tony Stark. I love his acting in the Avengers and everything in Marvel so far. But it's kind of like, you know, this project is bigger than you. And although we love you, you know, not everybody knows exactly what's going on behind the scenes. So for me, it's kind of like, oh, he just wants more money, so he's going to try to put himself in more projects.
The juiciest of rumors is that the producer of Captain America 3 originally in the draft wrote it was more like a cameo from Iron Man.
Right.
And then they went to Robert Downey Jr. and they're like, yeah, you want to do this small scene like a cameo, you'll be on set for like 3 weeks. And he said, that's cool, but I think we should go bigger with this. I think I should have a bigger role, you know, not to be a jerk, but he did that, and then the producer's like, okay, that's not cool. I just wrote this, a small scene, cameo, whatever. I'm going to just, I don't like your attitude. I'm just going to cut you out completely, which he did. Then the producer of the entire Marvel Studios kind of said, well, wait a minute, hold on. If we do have him in a bigger role, this could potentially, you know, help with future storylines. We could have him be conflict. Maybe he could be the villain. Maybe we can start off Civil War like that.
Right. So
that's the juicy rumor right now. I don't know. None of this is confirmed, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like it because I think it, you know, was final negotiations, so that could mean anything. But it's looking pretty likely that he could be in Captain America 3. I mean, other than that, nothing else is solid. They haven't even said, yes, we're doing Civil War. It's been heavily hinted at, but it hasn't specifically said, yes, we're doing it. So.
Right. Right. And that's the thing is that right now it's all just in talks, but they seem like very strong talks, like this is legit going to happen. But apart from all that, you know, that's kind of my downside to this. But you know, it's Captain America. You guys know I love Captain America. He was my first comic book ever as a kid. And I've heavily enjoyed his movies, even though I felt the first one, I wish it was a little bit more Saving Private Ryan, a little more militaristic, but I loved it. So Jess, you know, we got to hear your thoughts on Robert Downey Jr., but what are your thoughts on now him being inside this universe? And now that they're going to do Civil War, because part of Civil War, I personally feel needs to have the X-Men, because the whole mutant aspect of it.
There's not enough heroes or villains to do a proper Civil War. There's just not enough. So they're not doing it right away. They're going to start planting the seeds in Captain America 3, which I think is a good idea. I like it, but then again, I don't like it just because, you know, these are my Avengers. I want them to be making movies until they're 50 years old, which obviously is not going to happen. But another one of the rumors is that they're setting up the seeds for Avengers 3, which won't even have the original Avengers per se. It's going to have the new guys, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, all the new blood that's coming in. They're going to sort of be their own team. And then Avengers 4, which hasn't been announced, but there is a mysterious movie that if you look at the order, it kind of fits. That's the big one where they all come back and they all have everyone there, and they have Guardians of the Galaxy, and they have all their guys coming together. So we don't really know what exactly they're doing. I mean, I like it, but obviously they can't do it justice like the comics. So they just don't have enough guys. So it's going to be a different take. It's going to be an interesting take. You know, we just got to see. So we just got to wait. Hopefully it'll be good.
Right. I agree. The not so many characters kind of does affect how I'm expecting this movie to go, but for me, is that
the link? That's an image link.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's the wrong link.
Doi.
Sorry, guys. We're trying to link this.
Did you copy the link?
Yeah, I thought I did.
Well, this is
it's a Mac.
It's a Mac.
It's a Mac.
Yeah, your copy is
Yeah, can you do it?
All
right. So for me,
where do I go?
I don't know.
Nice one.
I know it's still there. I just don't know where.
Here. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Are we even still live?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I just don't know where the other.
This is a Mac, dude. Nice one.
No, I know we're still up. I'm just trying to figure it out. Hold on. That's not it. I hate Macs.
Anyone know how to use a Mac?
I hate Macs.
Oh, there we go.
See,
okay.
We're still here.
Okay, so copy. Okay, so just Command. Yeah, now go back. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical.
All right, now go back here, and then go back to your and then delete that. And then there you go.
There it is. All right, cool.
There you go, sir.
Alrighty. So for me, it's the fact that we're missing certain characters is what kills me. That we're missing the X-Men, we're missing some of the Fantastic Four, who I believe it's Reed who also plays a part in the Civil War.
They all
yeah,
Spider-Man.
True.
That now that it makes sense. Now that they're trying to get Spider-Man in the Marvel universe, because he, had that big scene where he actually reveals himself to be Peter Parker in front of everyone, and he initially joins, I think, Iron Man's side.
Right.
And he finds out Iron Man's kind of a dick, and he joins Captain America's side. So, yeah, he plays a big part. I mean, I don't know if they're going to introduce him for that.
They could. I mean, they could.
But,
Because I don't know where they are in their contract, but I want to say that they can. Like,
maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's not an issue. Maybe. I don't know. Personally, it's the fact that we're missing characters that kind of makes me like, but I always have my trust in Marvel. I know Marvel's going to make a great movie, even though we're missing characters.
Yeah, they cannot make a bad movie.
Right.
They're the Pixar of movies.
Yeah, so I feel strongly that this movie's going to be great either way, even though I kind of have my personal qualms with it, but it's it's nothing that's going to affect the movie overall that bad anyways. So as we get a little bit closer, of course, we're always going to go over it. Always bring you guys information. Unfortunately, we can't bring it first because we don't have our inside guys. But if you guys like to help us out,
we'll get some of those guys.
Alrighty, so next, brought to us from MakingStarWars.net, we have some great news coming from Star Wars Episode 7. Now, I know for you, whenever we go over information, it's just hype for you, or rather, it's just like, oh, okay, this is just news or whatever. For Star Wars, for me,
yeah, you guys are nerds about Star Wars.
I love Star Wars, man. Star Wars kind of.
So you saw Darth Vader's helmet? Jeez, keep it in your pants. That's all you saw. We know what it looks like.
That's not me, but we have some, or rather, they are reporting that we are getting. We already have a couple first looks into a possible trailer that I guess I don't know if it was released during Comic-Con or if it was some other trailer that they saw, but it includes 6 rebels. 3 male, 3 female, in that area of, I want to say it's Yavin 4. I think that's where they were talking about, where the leaked pictures of where the ships are and where the base is. It's supposed to be Yavin 4, and I think that's where they saw the picture of the 6 rebels, one of which is supposed to be the good guy turned bad guy for the film. They also saw some conceptual art for what looks to be like a ninja / samurai type version of a futuristic looking Darth Vader, which is supposed to be our bad guy. What's great about that is that based off what I read and if it's what I think it is, it's going to allow for more movement. Darth Vader was kind of bulky, but then again, he was supposed to be an elderly gentleman. But he's going to be a little bit younger, maybe younger, but it seems like it's going to be more flexible. So that kind of tells me that we're going to get some really great lightsaber battles. Then they also talk about a jungle type environment, which at first I thought may have been Dagobah, but it could be something else. And basically what happens is some of the characters are being chased by this tentacle-looking like monster with like a peanut-shaped body that supposedly some people were relating it to something from the expanded universe, but obviously not the same thing. And it's just more hype, obviously. But this I think was like leaked stuff that is legit. It's just I can't remember where they said if it was either from Comic-Con or not. But I'm super excited for it. If it's a good look at our new Darth Vader, I'm pretty sure we'll get a leaked version of that. Like we'll see pictures of it soon. So Jesse, what about you? What do you think with all this hype and excitement? And this, I feel it is
just don't overhype yourself. Remember what happened with the prequels, please. Like it's cool that they're bringing everyone back, but just hang on to your tidy whities until we get some actual footage of the movie. It's great that we're making another Star Wars again, but I don't know. I didn't really like Star Trek, so
really
I didn't like what he did. JJ, what was it? Yeah, JJ. I didn't really like what he did with Star Trek.
Really,
but I did whatever. I mean, he might do it differently with Star Wars. So
what's one thing that I'm starting to notice is that instead of doing reboots,
what did I say? I don't like Star Trek.
And we haven't even seen the ones.
I don't like Star Trek. It looked gross.
That doesn't mean
it looks gross.
It looked like Transformers the movie.
You have not seen seen either one.
I don't like it. So I don't like it. I don't.
If you haven't seen either one, this is kind of true.
If I came alive and smacked you in the face.
Yeah, it is live, by the way. Anyways, I think what a lot of movie companies are starting to do, instead of doing like reboots, they'll do time alterations, you know, like timeline and stuff like that. Like we saw with the X-Men, Days of Future Past, and like we're getting ready to see with Star Wars possibly, and Star Trek as well, with the next one coming out and Captain Kirk being on it.
Did we talk about that?
I think we talked about it last episode. Yeah, not last. No, I think.
I don't think I gave my input, but
I think it was on the live episode. That's why.
Yeah,
it was on the live. That's why.
I don't know. If that's a good idea, but I did whatever you want. 50-year-old, 60-year-old Kirk coming back.
I mean, what J.J. Abrams did for Star Trek, I think is great. He definitely modernized it. It definitely feels like Star Trek. That's one thing, is that it feels like it's a Star Trek movie, but it has a really nice look to it. I trust in J.J. Abrams as well. He's one of those directors out of Hollywood that I like
that he's doing like puppets and robots and not like
my God.
things. That's a good start.
That is a big thing. And in that one trailer he did, I think it was the UNICEF trailer, where he was getting ready to start that campaign, that one puppet in the back that's just kind of walking, stops, looks at him like, nah, and keeps walking. That was awesome. It's such a Jim Henson feel. I loved it. And I'm so glad that he's doing more with it. Unfortunately, with the link that we got from MakingStarWars.net, they didn't provide many pictures. I think they did provide a comic book illustration of that monster we were talking about from the Jungle Planet. But there's no pictures of the potential Darth Vader as well as the other rebels that they said they saw. So there's a couple things missing, but I mean, it's just the more information we get from me, it's better, because then it helps me visualize, okay, cool, this is what they might be going. Obviously, probably something's going to happen, and I'm not going to be excited about it. Like maybe this Darth Vader isn't as cool as I thought he was going to look like. But hopefully, you know, in the end, and I'm pretty sure it will be something excellent to enjoy anyways. But what are your guys' thoughts? What are you guys excited for Star Wars Episode 7? What are some of the news that you guys heard that maybe we haven't covered yet? Let us know in the comments down below. Before we go on with our next subject, I want to kind of remind everybody that the Walking Dead contest that we're having, where if you send a picture of yourself in zombie gear or survival gear, if you send a picture of you in that attire to hashtag zombie mode, hashtag TotallyAFan, we are still doing the contest, but the contest ends this Sunday on at the premiere of Walking Dead episode 2 of season 5. Now, if you guys haven't seen the premiere of season 5 yet, it was awesome. A lot of action right off the bat, and kind of emotional near the end. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't cry, but it was like, damn, you know, all that suffering is kind of like, yes, you know, we finally got all the. Oh, I don't want to spoil anything, but if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. If you guys aren't into it, that's fine. Personally, you know, I kind of wanted to talk about it real briefly. I know a lot of people don't like a lot of monster stuff just because of what happened with Twilight and where we're going with all these teeny bopper versions of monsters and stuff like that. But I think I think The Walking Dead and the whole zombie universe that they have is kind of bringing back fans into it, because they did make like record-breaking numbers, I think, in terms of viewers. What was it, like 17.3 billion viewers on the premiere? And then we also
17.3 billion is what
something like that. I think
17 billion.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Billion.
I think it was billion. Maybe it was million, but I'm.
That's more people. That's more people on like the planet.
Let me double check my sources then.
Everyone on the planet was simultaneously watching Walking Dead. Are you stupid?
Let me confirm.
All I know is whatever show it was, the repeat of the Charlie Brown Halloween beat all of it. The repeat of the 50-year-old repeat of Charlie Brown beat all of the new shows. It beat Arrow, Law and Order, CSI, all those new shows that were on Wednesday. It beat. So okay. That's.
Let me confirm this real quick. But
it's definitely million, sir. It's not billion with a B. See, this is why we don't do it live. Yeah. Now you got to check your facts.
Yeah.
Now we got to wait.
All right. Well, anyways, the way I was going was, you know, Universal is also looking to redo a lot of their monster movies. Like, I don't know about Wolfman if they're going to redo that, because the last one we had was pretty good. No, sorry, it was million. Yeah, 17.3 million. My bad.
Billion.
They're redoing The Mummy, but they're making it a little bit more horror-esque rather than what we had with Brendan Fraser. Even though I like those, they're also going to do some of the vampire ones and things like that, and they're going to, you know, remake these movies to a more horror aspect instead of that teeny bopper aspect. And I think that's why The Walking Dead does so well, because it has that nice, realistic, gritty tone instead of that teeny bopper feel. Maybe that's why it's doing so well. They should remake
Monster Squad.
They could. Why not?
That was a good movie.
I'd watch it. I know a lot of people would if they make it a little bit horror, but if they also give it that nice.
Just dust off my VHS, pop in another Surge, and just kick back and watch Monster Squad.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that that's why it's doing so well, and I can only imagine it's only going to keep getting better. So as a quick little shout out to Walking Dead. But again, remember, sending your information to us. Hashtag zombie mode, hashtag TotallyAFan, and you guys will be entered to win a pop vinyl figure from the Walking Dead series. And I've already picked the character. I just got to figure out who's going to be our winner. We have a lot of great pictures. I'm even going to accept some pictures that, you know, don't have hashtag TotallyAFan. Even some of those who don't follow TotallyAFan, just because it helps bring in new viewers as well. So if you guys maybe quickly glanced at this, we'll probably pick your picture anyways. So it looks like we have a viewer. Hello, viewer.
We have one viewer.
One viewer. We're trying to. I can't figure out this this Q&A feature we have. So if you follow us on Twitter or Facebook, please send a question that way. And if you're a friend, then text me.
Please let us know you're human. And
yeah.
You're a bot.
Yeah. Because there's no way. I don't know how to do this.
You need to market this better. You need to like set a date for a live show and then all week kind of tweet it out that we're doing it, so we have some.
The problem is with my work schedule, it's kind of hard to pre-plan these things just because I never know when.
Excuse.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I wish I could devote my life to TotallyAFan. I really do.
That excuse.
Well, it's the unfortunate truth. Okay, well that's a little like meow, little Downey.
Who knows? Maybe I post a tweet of the link. So
yeah, post or tweet the link. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We got a tongue sticking out emoticon. Thank you.
Oh, sweet.
I
don't know how you did it, but you did it. You're Louis Amaya. He is a friend. Hello, sir. I want to see how do we get you actually on the show?
Can you do that?
I think you can with Google.
But you have to ask his permission. You can't just warp him into the show. What if he doesn't want to do it?
Oh, true.
What if he's in his like jammies right now?
True.
That's creepy. True. You just warp someone in. Creeper.
Well, I do want to add you to my Google Circle
like
Hangouts.
On his bed, probably with popcorn.
I'm a bot.
He left. See, look at that. You made him leave. Nice one.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
nice
well,
you were threatening to warp him into the show without his consent. Now he left.
Yeah. Okay. Well, damn.
Good one.
That is a good one. How do I invite people? That's what I want to figure out.
You need to set this up beforehand, doofus.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly how this works. Okay, I'm gonna need somebody who knows how to do Google Hangouts.
Oh, he came back.
Sweet. I gotta figure out somebody who actually knows how to do Google Hangouts and have them on the show.
You need to have 2 or 3 people on the show already linked up, and then you just have fan questions.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, boy.
Alrighty. So we're actually gonna need a picture for this. So while I'm doing this, DC has announced
He's naked.
He's naked. Sweet. That is pretty hot there, sir. So DC has announced 10 titles. They finally have a plan. I'm glad to hear this.
It's called Catch Up to Marvel.
Catch Up to Marvel.
We're behind.
Actually, to be honest, I think that if they do well with Batman vs. Superman, I'm a very strong believer that they will be able to catch up with that one movie to what Marvel and what the Avengers is doing. If they're able to come out with that movie.
They'll be if they do good, they'll be a solid second. They will never catch up.
I don't know. I think that if it does well,
Batman and Superman is going to do great. That's already going to do. Did they move the date from Captain America 3? Right?
Mm-mm.
No, they're still on the same date.
Yeah,
they're going to lose.
Batman moved.
Batman moved.
Batman moved. Batman was like, nah, you guys have this.
So Batman and Superman will do great. What do you have the list of what's?
Yeah, so I have the list here.
Okay.
So for 2016, we are getting Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. It doesn't have the month though.
It's just the order.
It's just the order and the years that they're coming out. So I do apologize.
Right.
But we already know that Batman vs. Superman got pushed back just a little bit. I think about like 2 months or whatever. Even though they came up forward, they went backwards.
That's going to be a success.
Yeah. Suicide Squad.
That's going to tank.
Not a lot of people know who Suicide Squad is,
that will tank.
but what they're trying to do with Suicide Squad is kind of make it like Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's a bunch of a group of heroes, unknown heroes, mind you. That's kind of what they're doing.
The problem with that is they're doing that too early.
I agree.
They did Guardians at the end of like Avengers and Phase 1.
Yeah.
They already established Marvel was pretty good at making movies, so they gave them a chance. This is doing that too early, I think. I don't think they'll do it.
Right, I agree. In addition, with Suicide Squad, we know that Will Smith and Tom Hardy are in talks. Actually, they're, I think, getting further along their contracts to be in this movie, to be heroes of the Suicide Squad. But to be honest, I don't know too much about Suicide Squad either. I'm more of a Marvel guy myself. I will do some research into who they are, and maybe on next week's episode we'll talk about them a little bit. And since they're the next DC movie coming out, that's definitely something we're going to have to talk about anyways. So that's for 2016. For 2017, we're getting a Wonder Woman solo film.
That's going to do good.
And the Justice League film.
We are ready for a Wonder Woman film.
Yeah.
That'll do good.
I agree.
Especially they're going to introduce Wonder Woman and Batman Superman.
Right.
So they're going to...
I think the Wonder Woman movie might be... I was hearing that it's not going to be like a Origins, although they may like talk about it. I heard that it was going to be just a straight up like after Batman versus Superman. This is what she's doing now.
I hate origin movies. You don't need.
I kind of like it.
Movies. You know who the heroes are.
I kind of like it especially if it's heroes that I don't know anything
about.
You
don't need an hour and a half of how Spider-Man got his powers and Uncle Ben's dead. You get that. Establish that in 5 minutes and done.
And that's what Man of Steel did. That's what Man of Steel did. I kind of don't like the order that they did it in, though, because all those flashbacks kind of threw me out a little bit. But that's what they did, and it was successful. I mean, overall, it was a good movie. So Wonder Woman's getting her solo film, and then, of course, the Justice League film, which we do know, or at least we've heard countless times, that they are planning on doing Batman versus Superman, Justice League, like, back-to-back in terms of filming. So, like, continuity-wise, you know, it's boom, 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 boom. It's all aligned. Then in 2018, we're getting the Flash solo film and Aquaman solo film.
I don't know.
The Flash solo film, I'm going to assume, based on how well the show does, is going to turn out to how great the movie does. So far, I've heard great things about the show. I'm a little hesitant to watch it. I'll probably check it out, but I've heard great things about the show.
We were watching it. It's second, third episode. I think it's pretty early, so you're not.
I'm not that far behind.
Too far. I mean, it's pretty good. It doesn't spend too much time on how he actually gets the powers, which I think is cool. They just immediately boom on Flash. Here you go.
Well, I think the reason why is because they talk about it in the Green Arrow show. They did it in the Green Arrow show.
Yeah, they did like a crossover, but he wasn't Flash yet. He was kind of just the science guy.
He's still Wally, or not Wally.
Where's Wally?
Barry. He's still Barry.
Barry.
And then the Aquaman film. If they go DC,
that might be cool.
If they go DC New 52 Aquaman, I think they'll be great. I think it'll be a good Aquaman. And we know Jason Momoa is going to be in it.
Kind of feel like they want to just do like Thor and just have this epic like Poseidon and like underwater Thor basically. That's what I kind of feel like
that could be it. That could be their version of Thor. They're going to make it more Atlantean versus more human. Yeah. That could be which way they're going. Jason Momoa is confirmed to play Aquaman. He was in that one movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't remember what it's called.
He was in Game of
Thrones. Sorry. He was in the movie with Sylvester Stallone, and he's also in Game of Thrones. Yeah. So that's definitely where people are going to know him from. Then in 2019, we have Justice League 2, and then we have Shazam.
That's going to tank. I can tell
Shazam. They just confirmed that The Rock is going to play Black Adam.
Yeah, that's.
And if this movie's coming out in 2019, that's kind
of
like.
I don't think The Rock can save that film. So I don't know. No one knows who.
Oh, by the way, we also talked about this on the show. Shazam technically isn't going to be part of this DC universe.
And that's
remember?
That's dumb. That is very dumb.
He's gonna be like his own hero or whatever in like not alternate universe. So that's gonna be weird. I don't know how I feel about that. Then in 2020 they have the Green Lantern solo film and Cyborg solo film. Now this Green Lantern solo film, I believe they were having DC was having like a meeting or whatever when they talked about these titles. but they announced that this Green Lantern movie is not going to be a sequel, but in fact a reboot.
I hate when they make a bad movie and their next solution is reboot.
Reboot, yeah.
Just don't make the sequel better. Just reboot. Let's try again.
Yeah, I mean, I liked. Well, see, part of contract wise, I know like DC can't share Marvel actors. I think
Sure they can.
they did it already, but I think they can't. Well, either way, the original Green Lantern movie. My biggest issue with it was the script. Usually, my issues with movies are the script. Very rarely will it be, the actor didn't portray their character correctly or the director was bad. Because I pretty much enjoy almost anything. And if I don't enjoy it, it's usually the script. But for the Green Lantern, it was the script. But also what they did with the bad guy, Parallax. Like Parallax, they could have gone a whole different route, but they didn't. And it just kind of killed it for me.
I didn't really like Ryan Reynolds. I mean, it was an okay movie, just like a solid C-. But I wasn't feeling him as Green Lantern.
I think Ryan saved that movie from what it could, from the total disaster it was. But I agree, I didn't like Ryan as a Hal Jordan. I don't think he's Hal Jordan. There is some great character development. No, I can't say that because there isn't the script. There should have been, and you can kind of tell they wanted to, but it just didn't work. And I blame the script for that one. But there's going to be a full reboot, so we have that. And then the Cyborg solo film. Cyborg is, in fact, a Justice League member as of New 52's release.
He's in Batman Superman.
Yeah.
Cyborg. Did they say who's playing Cyborg?
Supposedly somebody tweeted that like they're like hashtag DC Universe, hashtag Cyborg, hashtag movie or whatever. And so somebody is like, he confirmed that he's gonna be Cyborg.
I think I don't know that. I remember it was like I think it was a big name or something.
Check it out. But
searching now.
Cyborg isn't officially, he's no longer a Teen Titan. He's officially a Justice League member as of New 52. And I think in the episode of I want to say an episode of Young Justice, they upgraded him to full JLA member. I'm not sure though. But as Jesse
Ray Fisher.
Let me see a picture of Ray Fisher.
Loading.
Justice. The guy who's yelling?
I'm assuming.
Okay. Well, let's show the audience who Ray Fisher is, if you can.
You mean show the audience?
Like just
they can look it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my phone to the camera. That's not how it works.
So we
show the audience.
I hope this new GL movie got Guy Gardner or Jon Stewart. Actually, supposedly they are. Actually, let me select this.
I believe it's Jon Stewart because that's what The Rock was like teasing.
Right.
Because he was like hashtag Jon Stewart, but I think those talks fell through. I think if it's going to be a reboot, they're not going to do Hal Jordan again. I believe it'll be Jon Stewart.
No, I think they will do Hal Jordan, but I did hear rumors that they were going to talk about Jon Stewart, maybe show him in the movie, because I heard that they wanted to go a little bit more into the mythology of the Green Lantern Corps rather than, Hal coming to be who he is as a hero. That's what I heard. But, that's something we're going to have to...
You know who would be a better Green Lantern? Duck Dodgers.
Duck Dodgers.
He needs to be Green Lantern.
I agree. All right, so based off this news, based off these titles, I have a little more faith now that DC has a plan. Actually, let me go ahead and deselect this. We're done with this topic. But thank you, Lewis, for sending in this question here.
The lone question.
Yeah. I think DC finally has a plan to match up against Marvel. I don't think they can compete. But I do think that they have a plan now, and I think they're on the right track. I just want to see a little bit more faith behind their product coming from DC. But, Jesse, now that we have this lineup, what are your thoughts on just overall what DC's doing?
They're just playing catch-up with Marvel, which isn't a bad thing. Everyone wants to be Marvel. Like Fox is doing it with all their X-Men's and their,
Not even now, but there's other companies trying to start off franchises. Yeah. You see it now. Like
the DC, I mean, their only hit so far has been the Batman trilogy. Everything else, everything they try is just either it's okay or just it sucks. So I think they're really trying to fix it. So we just got to see. I mean, we know Batman Superman's going to be awesome. since half the Justice League guys are in that. We know Justice League is going to be awesome, but are they going to be good enough to want solo films? Like, everyone, with Mark Ruffalo as the new Hulk, now everyone saw how good he was in Avengers. Now everyone wants a Hulk solo film, but Marvel is saying, well, the other two Hulks didn't do that good, so let's kind of hold off, even though he knocked it out of the park in Avengers. So we have to see how good they are in Batman, Superman, Justice League, if they're even good enough to have solo films. Otherwise, they might just, be supporting characters in Batman 4 and Superman 5, and those lovely pictures.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying. I honestly think that if Batman vs. Superman does well, I think they'll hit it, but they are just trying hard, and they're not. It's like I said, they don't have faith behind their product, so I feel like it's not going to work for them. But we'll have to wait and see. If Batman and Superman does well, I think DC will have, or I guess Warner Brothers will have more faith in their DC products, and they'll be able to move forward. Because look at the TV shows. Like we said last time, their TV shows are awesome, as well as their animated universe stuff. All that stuff is great. They just need to, instead of cartoons, just put live action people there. And they're missing the bullseye, and I don't know what they're doing, man. I really don't. That's something they have to kind of think at. Like, we're doing well with these products. Why? Let's just get the right people. Let's get the people who are doing these animated universes, have them direct the live action. Maybe that's
what's funny, that the DC animated movies are doing really good, whereas the Marvel animated movies, not so much.
True.
They just had they don't even make them. I mean, they make them so rare. Like the last one,
it's usually TV shows. I know they have the Spider-Man.
I think Captain America versus Iron Man. It's like a 3D one. It's the sequel to Iron Man and Hulk. I mean, they don't really have faith in the Marvel animation brand.
Two viewers.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there goes one. Dang.
That was a refresh.
Dang.
Oh well. Oh well.
Iron Man versus Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it's just funny that the DC animated universe, or whatever you want to call it, is doing pretty good, whereas the Marvel animated one isn't doing so good.
Woo!
Are you watching us? I'm like,
We're trying.
We're right here.
Oh, maybe she was.
You were the second viewer.
Maybe you were the second viewer.
Oh,
sweet. Yeah, man, it's all good. Whatever,
Okay.
Even if they don't watch it live, again, this show does come on afterwards, so they'll be able to watch it on the regular show.
We should have a secret message. Like, here's today's code of the week, and then, if you watch the live show, then you got to tweet us that code. The first one that tweets the code wins a sticker.
Sticker, no, man. I really love vinyl figures.
T-shirt.
I'm more. Actually, I was.
We can make our own TotallyAFan T-shirt.
So I was thinking about doing this, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. But for our subscribers, if you guys subscribe to our channel, and if you guys watch and whatever, I want to do something special for you, the subscribers. I do want to make TotallyAFan T-shirts. I'm gonna get with each one individually. I'm gonna personally thank you guys for being subscribers. I'm gonna ask for your shirt size and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and order a couple shirts, and then I'm gonna try to send those out to you guys because I want to thank you guys for subscribing. Because we only have 29 guys. It's not like I have millions of viewers, and I know a lot of you guys have been subscribers since I started. Like I don't think I've gotten new subscribers recently. I think you guys have been the hardcore fan base since season 1. So to thank you guys, I'm gonna do this whole shirt thing. I'm gonna send you guys shirts. I'm gonna do that probably within this weekend. I think I'm gonna check with you guys, and then hopefully within the next 2-3 weeks, I'll be able to send those shirts out. That's as my way of thanking you guys for watching and subscribing and things like that. That's what we're gonna do, and hopefully with live shows, we'll have a little bit more. I'll have a little bit more knowledge of how Google Hangouts works, and then be able to do that. And then I think if I go monetize, I think I will have live options, and I think that would be a little bit easier to do live shows. That's gonna have to be something we're gonna have to wait and see. All right, guys. So for our last topic, females in comic books has been a big, not issue. It's been a big subject from this past New York Comic Con. We had a lot of female titled comics that are coming out. They're getting ready to come out, as well as covers and things like that for certain issues. Female hero seems to be one of the big things for New York Comic Con this past one. When was it? Last week? Past weekend? I can't remember. And not a lot of big news from other sources as well, even though we did get Daredevil, a trailer of Daredevil on Netflix.
We got a trailer?
Yeah, we got it. Well, I mean, it's not leaked.
Comic-Con got a trailer. We got a
That's
picture.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Comic-Con got a trailer. We got a picture. But I don't know if that's really something I want to talk about on the live show. Maybe hold it off for something later. But I have a couple things here. So Spider-Gwen is an alternate reality where Gwen Stacy gets bitten by the radioactive spider, not Peter. So that's a new issue that's getting ready to come out soon. And then there's also I think her name is Silk, who is like a student of, or not a student, a classmate of Peter, gets bitten by the same spider, except rather than her being out in the public like Peter was, she was actually kept in captivity for her protection and things like that. Obviously, it's, you know, experimentation on mutants.
Where did that spider go?
Well, see, that's what Silk talks
like he gets
about.
bit and then he kind of just brushes it away. He didn't squish it. It like goes somewhere else.
Well, that's
How come it doesn't bite like 50 more people?
Well, that's what happens.
Spider dudes running around.
That's what happens in Silk. I think it's called Silk. If you guys know, definitely post it up on
Planet
live.
of the Spider Apes. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Post it up on live, or if you guys are watching this after the live broadcast, go ahead and post it in the comments below. I believe it is called Silk, where it goes over that. Like, where did that spider go? It went to go bit a classmate of his.
And then like that spider has like spider babies, and we have like 50 of those spider babies like running around and infects like everybody. That'd be awesome. That'd be cool.
All right, so that's happening. And then we're also getting, so some of the X-Men female characters, they're going to be on X-Men covers within the next couple months, I believe. And then big news. So back in like the 90s, there was a cartoon. It was geared towards girls. It was
Rainbow
called
Bright.
No, not Rainbow Bright. Although I did hear something about that, but
Gem.
I'm not sure. Gem. You got it. Gem. So
you watched Gem?
No, I didn't watch it, but I know
My little
of it.
sister watched Gem.
No, I didn't watch it, but I know of it.
Nerd.
Actually, me and Leo, one day in school, we were looking at like oldies 90s intro like things, and we saw the Gem one, and that opening animation for Gem was actually pretty good. For that time frame, it was pretty good compared to like G.I. Joe and Transformers. That opening intro was pretty good. But in regards to Gem, she's actually getting a comic. We're gonna get a couple comics from her. It's gonna, obviously comics are a monthly thing, but she's starting to get a couple comic books. But it's also reported that October 23rd, 2015, we are getting a Gem movie.
Oh, a year from now. I'm like, that's like in 2 weeks. 2015.
2015. I said 15, okay. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Did I say 15?
Yeah, I goofed up. I thought, like next week? What?
Yeah. No. So we are getting a Gem movie in addition to Gem comics. Now, we briefly, no, not briefly. We actually had a full subject on this about being more accepting of like gender equality and things like that on a couple, I think, really early on in season 2. Jesse, what are your thoughts that now we're getting a little bit more look into females taking over? And I want to start off with, what are your thoughts on us getting like the classic Wonder Woman from '77? She's getting her. I think she's getting her own comic story.
I don't know.
Linda Carter, I believe.
It's cool, I guess. I was a dude, so I followed all the fellow dudes. I didn't really
with
read.
Surge in the hand, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't really read too many of the female heroes. I mean, that's cool that they're getting more representation. They have their fans, and just we'll see. I guess. What are you doing?
Trying to center it a little bit better so that we can promote.
Yeah, just brag.
Surge.
We got Surge.
Okay, so I mean.
Yeah, totally.
like I said on the show that we did, you know, we need to be a little bit more accepting of other people. You know, everybody, we're all humans. There's no Asian, Spanish, white, black. We're all humans in the end. So I'm glad that the females are finally getting their representation. And as far as Gem goes, I never really watched Gem. Like I said, me and Leo, we just saw the intro. We thought it was really cool. So to see that they're getting a movie as well as their own comic line, I mean, that's great for them, I guess. I personally don't have any issue. Like, I'm not like one of the haters that's like, oh, female Thor, no. You know, I'm not one of those guys. So So we'll see. I don't know. Kind of interesting.
Awesome.
Alrighty, guys. So that's the show for today. Honestly, with live, there's always hiccups. There's always issues.
We don't plan any of this.
Yeah, it's as live as it gets. So, I guess we have 0 viewers. I think Lewis
he came back.
I think he keeps coming in and out. I think he's having maybe it's us. Maybe
he's like going to the kitchen and getting them cereal. Coming back. Going to the potty.
So Lewis, as our viewer, do you have any questions in regards to the news we talked about, or any other news in the world of fandom? Go ahead, post it now. We'll talk about that. And in the meantime, I want to remind everybody one more time.
He left again. This is dumb. We need to like hire people to watch our show.
I don't want to do that, man. I want organic
homeless
viewers.
Guys and say, hey, just go to the library, log in, just like watch us.
I want organic viewers. I don't want bot viewers.
Organic viewers.
Yeah. Anyways, I want to remind you guys again that for the Walking Dead contest, take a picture of yourself in zombie gear or survival gear. It doesn't have to be photoshopped. Doesn't have to be professional. Just you in zombie or survival gear. Hashtag zombie mode, hashtag TotallyAFan, or just tag TotallyAFan either on Facebook or Twitter. That way I can get them. And then make sure you follow so that when I'm like, okay, you won, I can send you a message without having to wait for you to, friend me back or whatever. And then, like I said, I'm a little bit open to accepting even people who don't watch the show, get some new viewers in, things like that. So remember, send in your picks. The contest will be ending on this Sunday before the new Walking Dead. And with Halloween coming up, hopefully, you have your costumes ready, so you can always do that as well. Just send that stuff in, man. All right, Lewis. Well, if you have any questions, go ahead, send it in.
He said nope.
Nope. Okay,
well. Nope, he has no questions.
All right, so
whatever. We have Serge. You don't.
Serge, yes. Serge, I'm almost done. How about you? Oh,
I've been done for like an hour. I've been waiting for you to end the show so I can go grab 3 more cans.
Well, let's see if he sends us a question.
We don't need his questions. Hit the end broadcast button. We're done.
Stop broadcast.
Stop broadcast.
Yeah, so we have what's this movie? Dirty Dancing. We have Dirty Dancing in the background.
My wife's watching Dirty Dancing in the background.
All right, guys. So that is it for the show.
One thing.
In the background, meaning it's in the background noise.
Oh, yeah. So Jesse, I want to thank you for letting us come here, letting me drink a can of.
Yeah, you owe me $2 for that, by the way.
Yeah. Well,
$2 per can.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Even if you guys didn't watch live, if you guys want to watch the show afterwards, I want to thank you. Again, I want to thank you, the subscribers. I'm going to get with you guys individually one-on-one to try to get some shirts sent out. So thank you so much for being part of TotallyAFan, and until the next time.
Thank you.
See you. Oh, wait.
What?
We got something.
Who?
I got some high shoes.
What's a high shoe?
I don't know what that is.
High shoes. High C?
High
the drink? Ecto Cooler?
I don't know. Oh, look, there's an HD function. No, it's not an HD function.
I was trying to watch your thing, but I was behind,
yeah, because it's a live broadcast. All right, end it, please.
All right, guys, so that's it for the show. Thanks.